Hey guys, just another quick tech test. Earlier, I did a stream from the Green Studio where some of the gears have been active for a while, so it's a matter of just going in there, make sure the gear is working okay. I had to make some updates with the video and the audio settings there, so it's a matter of making sure that's going through so that if I ever need to use the green screen to do any future streams, that's operational. So that was a tech test earlier. Now I'm back in my office and just doing a little bit of a tech test with the camera settings, the backup camera here. So right now I'm using the Sony ZV-1 as the primary camera when I stream here. And the backup camera I have is the Logitech 4K Brio, so that if anything should happen with this camera, I have another camera to go on. Just that how the room is configured. So like the laptop's like right over there. So if I were ever to switch over there, it wouldn't be a good image to use. So and I think it was like a few months ago somebody mentioned that it was pretty blown out, and I just hadn't had it the time. So I was able to make the time to adjust it so it looks a lot better. It may not look exactly like this, but in terms of the image quality, it's something that I can use so that if anything should happen, God forbid, with the Sony camera, that at least with the alternative camera should work just as well. So, and that's what I had to do there. So let me just pull it up just to see if it's okay. All right. So right now this is the Logitech 4K Brios. Originally the image here I just look really blown out, and so I had to download the updated software for this camera for me to be able to adjust the settings. Unlike a camera like the Sony ZV-1 or some other traditional cameras where you can go in and make the adjustments on the camera. With webcams, you just have to adjust it on the software of whichever computer, desktop, whatever, what have you, that you're operating from to make the adjustments. So it's a little bit tricky just because you're dealing with software instead of something tactile that you can adjust on the camera to make the adjustments. So it was a matter of just kind of playing around with the color settings here, so I didn't look too blown out. I think I probably look a little bit more red, but a fun. Yeah, so like the earlier camera that is pretty overexposed, but here, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit hard to play with the skin tones here, so I had to play around with the color settings, just something closer. Let me just sounds dipping as well. All right, let me just take a look here. Well, before I get sidetracked with the audio, let me just pull up the camera which was the primary test. Okay. So, and again, a lot of it in terms of the height differential, just really as to like how the camera's set up. So, just based on the configuration room, one of the cameras is a little bit lower, and just I think was the man just trying to adjust with the obstruction and just some of the the arm tenseness, arm, what the word is, but just to be able to tighten that up. So the camera over here, it was kind of drooping off, so I had to tighten out. So at least I don't look something like this, but like a little bit higher. Okay, so yeah, so I mean with the Logitech here, it was like really I look like Casper the Friendly Ghost, and so here is just maybe something like from one of those throwback cameras or something like that. But I mean, I thought it looks a lot better. I mean, it's nowhere anywhere like the ZV-1, but again, if it's just instances where if this camera ever goes out, that at least with the Logitech, at least the image won't look too much like an eyesore. Okay. Let me see if I can adjust the audio here. That mention. Let's see. Who am I talking to? Sorry. Okay. Thanks, Rich. All right. So let's see. Where is the audio? And again, I'm also on the YouTube testing out stuff channel and on my LinkedIn profile. So let me. So if folks watching there, if you want to chime in, chime away. There you go. All right. So. All right. Testing 5. Oh, there it is. Okay. 136. Yeah, okay, so the noise gate is on, so let me see if I can adjust that. Testing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Testing. So. Testing 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Testing, testing, testing. And not to belabor the point, so yeah, with this mic, I don't know. Right now, I think it's just a matter of just finding the sweet spot on the noise gate here, Rich. Because I know sometimes it doesn't like cut off or anything like that. I think it's just a matter just as to like sometimes like when I talk, if it gets a little bit low, it kind of gets slightly cut off. Okay, so I could see that. I'm looking at the levels right now as to like how long I can talk before you can't hear me. Yeah. Okay. So. Uh, okay. The other thing I'm trying to be conscious of is that if I have anything going on in the background, like especially on a hot day like this with AC on, don't want to have the hum of the air conditioner that kind of clogs up the audio and such. All right. Guess I lost a viewer. All right. So. All right. So. It's kind of funny because I know, like I mentioned earlier, with the cameras that's set up differently, where one maybe slightly higher than the other. It's almost like I have a taller brother. And if you met me in person, it's a funny thing for me to say. I mean, Josh is tall. I'm just saying, like, if there's a clone brother of me. But anyway, okay. Yeah, thanks, Rich. I think earlier when I was testing offline, I had to be careful not to change too much because then it kind of creeps in where you might hear the hum of the AC. So I'm gonna be careful, and as well as because of where the mic's set up, it's a bit closer to the keyboard, so sometimes you can hear me like. So it's just one of those, just trying to kind of try to find the sweet spots. So let me. Oh, while I have you here, in terms of wrapping up soon, any preferences of which camera you want me set on? This one or that one? All right. But in the office here, I do have the Stream Deck here. So unlike when I was in the green screen room, it was a Barebones test. It's just purely just making sure the audio and the video set up properly here. But if I want to cool off, where I couldn't do that in the other room. But something is still crackling with the mic. Hang on. Height-wise Logitech. All right. We will go with Logitech today. There you go. All right. So let's see what's going on here. You're saying you're hearing a crackling sound. Okay. So it's not a crackling sound. It's the AC. So hang on. Let me just it's I've got to keep it on because otherwise you're gonna see me melt away like the witch from the Wizard of Oz. All right. Let's try this again. But the exposure is better with the other. Yeah, I know. It's like it's either height versus exposure, and so it's so like with the Sony camera, I just that's why it's a primary for that. So where I can just try to play around with the height there. Yeah, it's the AC. So all right, I'm dropping down a little bit lower richer. So anything lower, you might get into the clipping like that we're talking about earlier. So I'm going to go with this. All right. So right now, folks, if you're not a member of the Facebook group Live Streaming Friends, it's a great site. Not only just be able to enjoy the community there of other folks that either professionals or are active creators that do a lot of live streaming content, but it's just also a great place to be able to do a little tech tests with your streams, so that if you need a little bit of feedback, like what I'm getting here with my friend Rich here, let me know about any audio video issues there. That it's a great group to check out, and everyone's great, and we all try to help each other out as best we can. So, so if you're interested, just feel free to drop me a line. I'd be glad to send over the link for you to join. So, okay. I think, yeah. So I think I better quit while I'm ahead. Anything more, I'm liable to blow something up. So, all right. And just to address the exposure. So, all righty. All right. So I appreciate that, Rich. I'm going to sign off, folks. And so that's just to wrap up the text test. You take care too, Rich. And yeah, if anyone had any questions or just curious of just what I was doing earlier, it's just simple tech test, nothing planned. It's these types of tech tests are unannounced, just doing what I need to, especially when I want to just test things out, whether it's stuff I do on my own for my projects or any programs, or if I need to do any programs involving my setup for others, it's good to be able to test out to make sure everything's working properly too. So that's a scoop. So hope everyone's doing well to stay cool and beating the heat, and I will catch you guys later. Take care, everyone.